Much love, and I'm Wayne Johnson with Doc and Queen Ministries, best-selling author of the book entitled Every Child Deserves a Father. Had some great news this past week, and I can't wait to be able to announce what that great news is. But in the meantime, I just hope that every last one of you have had an awesome Labor Day weekend so far. Just want to share a short message, well, I think it's short anyway. I'm going to be coming from Psalms 128, verse 6, and it reads, "May you live to enjoy your grandchildren. May Israel have peace." So, as I'm pondering, and when I say pondering, I'm really just laying there meditating and allowing the Lord to speak to me. I pretty much do that every single morning. One, not so much because of me, but for the credit that I'm giving to the Lord, because He wakes me up at a certain time, and then I take that time to just sit and allow Him to share what information He wants to give me on that particular day or at that particular moment. So one of the things that He was sharing with me, and I must say I must do better, because a lot of stuff that He shares with me is not just at that moment, but at other moments, and I need to do a better job in starting writing them down, because this is probably information that He wants me to share to you, and I'm not sharing it to you. So I apologize for that. I hope that I do extremely better when it comes to that. But this particular episode that I had was, I'm sitting there and I'm meditating with the Lord, and I have 4 grandchildren, and pretty much the older 2, and it's boy girl, and the oldest grandson, for early in his stage in life, he lived with his grandparents, me and my wife, and he went to school, and he was just on point with everything, and it has carried over 12 to 13 years later, and so he really doesn't get into that much trouble. I mean, nobody's perfect, but for the most part, he's got it. Now, my oldest granddaughter, she spent a lot of time with her great grandparents, and she got it. They got different personalities, and like anybody else, they got their own little faults like we all do, but she pretty much got it. Now, grandchild 3 and 4, the 2 youngest, earlier on, they struggled with behaviors, sometimes in school, with just their demeanor coming across, just seemed a little angry. And early on, you could tell that the mothers felt like the family, not just us, but the family, looked at the top 2 as everybody's favorite. But we don't do that favorites thing. It's just that they were already aligned better, and we had to get 3 and 4 into the right groove, in the right proper perspective. So, and they both, 3 and 4, have a ways to go as well. But you can see the development. You can see the transformation from their behaviors, because they would, 3 would just take pictures, and he would always have a frown on his face, and he was always trying to live up to his brother's expectations. They had a little league football game yesterday, and grandson number 3 would never, every time he would sign up to play football, by week 3 of the season, he is already done quit and not on the team, because he didn't focus on it. It was all about him. And so he now starts both ways, and actually they won their game, and he did a really good job. Now, he did have one episode where he kind of revert back to being who we thought he was early on, but we can see the transformation. Now, baby girl, who they all claim is my favorite, which is not. She just likes her papa. And so, but she has a rough streak, a mean streak in her. And I'm constantly working with her. And before I left to come here on today, I told her that her job was to make sure that the bed was made up, and definitely to make sure that the toys were put up. So before I could even tell her, she already knew and kind of cut me off with that. But I can see, even with her, the change in the attitude. I hope that this has helped. It is so important for us to spend time with our family, our children, and our grandchildren. You know, there's so much that's been taken out of when I was a kid. Because when I was in elementary school, the church, things about church was in school. Now it's not. And we keep making excuses, you know, they're taking this, they're taking that. But we got to start at home. We got to start one-on-one with them. And we can't look for anybody in the first place to give our kids what they need. And I'm not saying everything is being done correctly, because they're on YouTube like anybody else. They look at a bunch of shorts that is just quick, fast, in a hurry, getting into their spirit a lot of the wrong things. And a lot of stuff that I didn't see as a kid that I see now, you can see how these things get implemented and planted into their minds. But nevertheless, we're going to battle and get them the information necessary. A lot of times, people aren't where they need to be in life, not so much because of themselves, but they don't see that you are operating in your purpose, so therefore they can't even begin to understand what a purpose needs to be in their life. I hope that this has helped. Take care. God bless. Love on your family.